Now, why was Dragon Ball GT's animation so consistent compared to Dragon Ball Z? Now, the animators of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT are the same core team, as well as character designer and director, but still, we had consistent on every episode, with the necks being thicker, noses being wider compared to Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Z, we had some episodes provided by different animators like Masaki Sato, which had more consistent art, being famous for being able to replicate Toriyama's work onto the big screen. But some episodes animated by Naoto Shida have less faithful adaptations from the manga art-wise, but provide stunning animation instead. But all of that comes down to why GT's animation and art was so consistent. Now, the character designer of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT, Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru, always stayed faithful to the manga's art in character sheets, but Dragon Ball GT's did not have any source material like DBZ did, so Nakatsuru had to take it up to himself and just draw out what he knew back when he worked on Z. Now, to Nakatsuru's credit, he did a very good job replicating the DBZ style, but a change that was noticeable was highlights, which were very prevalent in Toriyama's work back then. But in the Dragon Ball Z anime, highlights were not very prevalent. Some episodes included them, like the one with Trunks meeting Goku, definitely had very minimal highlights on the face. And surprise, surprise, that episode that I was talking about with Trunks was actually supervised by Nakatsuru. But since the Z anime of Dragon Ball Z did not actually have any highlights in most of the episodes, people were very jarred when they saw GT have highlights in every single episode, so it definitely changed how fans saw GT and how it looked compared to Dragon Ball Z. But that's not all. How can we explain the thicker necks, the larger noses, and just the wider frame of each character, like Vegeta being buffer in GT than he was in the Buu arc, where he had the more slimmer but lean look to his body? Now, like I said, Nakatsuru took a lot of Toriyama's work and added it to his character sheets, so big ears, thick necks, wide noses, and larger chins were because he followed Toriyama's newer and older work, which ended up mushing together Toriyama's old art style with his newer art style, which created people like Metal Worldo and Dragon Ball Z. If you take a close look at the Metal Worldo design, he has big ears like in the Saiyan arc, where big ears were very prevalent in Toriyama's work in the manga, and in the anime, the ears were drawn very big, as well as his blocky face, which was not really prevalent until the Buu arc, where we see people like the Kaioshin have very blocky faces, very similar to Metal Worldo, and straighter lines going across his body, which again was established in the Buu arc. Now, the only thing that stumped me while doing this research was the thicker noses and thicker neck. Now, the thicker neck, usually you see this in some of Toriyama's work, mostly his cover pages for Dragon Ball, or if he wants to do a Dragon Ball design for a movie, you'll see he has a thicker neck for Gohan or for Piccolo or Goku. But the wider noses were never really established in his work, which is very jarring to see. I could not find that in any of the research I've done. So that's maybe just a Nakatsuru thing or an animator thing, because it was prevalent throughout GT that there's a shot of just Vegeta having a very big nose. As well as the noses, the chins that are just huge. Like, I swear Nakatsuru just wanted to make the chins like look huge. He was foreseeing the Chad meme where the chins are just incredibly big, but as you can see here, we have people like Baby and Goku in Super Saiyan 4, and their chins are just incredibly like going down huge and wide. So yeah, I don't really know where he got that from. Maybe that's just an Akatsuru thing. Yeah, but that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, as well as learned some stuff about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT. But with that, I'll see you next time. And speaking of next time I'm going to be talking about why Dragon Ball Z's Super Saiyan eyes were never red, even though in the movie Cooler Revenge it was red, and we're going to be talking about that next time. Stay tuned.